Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video we'll see the second method of Lagrange's, that is method of multipliers. Okay, so here what is the auxiliary equation? Dx by p is equals to dy by q is equals to dz by r. This was my auxiliary equation. And what is the next step that we do is we take any two. Suppose I'm taking first and second, so what I'll do, I'll take any two members. Suppose I'm taking dy and dx. Next, what will I do? I'll integrate them, right? Suppose here, while I'm integrating, these terms p and q are what? P, q, r are nothing but the combinations of x, y and z. Suppose for example, this is dx by y plus z is equal to dy by x plus z. सपोज कुछ इस तरह मेरा इक्वेशन है या फॉर्म है, ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट आई नीड टू इंटीग्रेट दिस, राइट? आई नीड टू इंटीग्रेट दिस, बट सी हियर आई एम इंटीग्रेटिंग हियर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू व्हाट? x, right? But do I have any x term here? No. And here as well I am integrating with respect to y, but do I have any y term? No. Then how am I going to integrate, right? So here this separating variables is not possible. In the previous cases what we did, अगर कुछ होता तो what we do, अगर x square z y square x square suppose कुछ ऐसा होता तो we what we did, we cancelled out the terms and the remaining terms, with that we integrated, right? We cross multiplied and then we integrated. तो यहाँ पे it is not possible for doing so. So what I'll do, I'll go with the second method, that is method of multipliers. I hope it is clear. जब मैं मेरे variables को separate नहीं कर पाऊँ, when method of separation of variables is not possible, separating variables is not possible, then I'll go with method of multipliers. ठीक है? क्यों जाना पड़ रहा मुझे method of multiplier के लिए? Because यहाँ पे I have to integrate with respect to, for example, I need to integrate with respect to x, but I don't have any x term. Similarly, I need to integrate with respect to y, but I don't have any y term here. So integration is not possible. If integration is not possible, then finding the solution is also not possible, right? My final aim is to what? Find the general solution, right? I am sorry, general solution. General solution is what? C1 comma C2 is equals to 0, isn't it? I need to find the C1 and C2. See? Right, so if I'm not able to perform integrations, I'll not be able to find the values of C1 and C2, the general solution. Okay, that's why we are going with the method of multipliers. Now here method of multipliers में हम करेंगे क्या? Multipliers means we are going to multiply. ठीक है, we are going to either multiply a constant or any variable. ठीक है, there is no restriction. You can also multiply a constant. You can also multiply a variable. अब why are we multiplying? In order to make the denominator 0. For example, let me just elaborate this. Suppose I am multiplying dx by p with some, I'll write here, with some constant or a variable, that is l. ठीक है, l dx by l p हो जाता है, right? Similarly, I am multiplying y with some other thing, that is m dy by m q. Next, I am multiplying z with some other variable or a constant, that is n. So n dz by n r. Done. ठीक है. Next what I'll do, I'll either add this all or I'll subtract this all in order to make this denominator 0. ठीक है, मैं ये multiplies, ये जिससे मुझे multiply करना है, how am I going to choose them? ये l m n, how am I going to choose them? कि मैं क्या लिखूँ? l m n की जगह पर मैं क्या लिखूँ? मैं कैसे चूज करूँ? कोई ऐसा वर्ड रहना चाहिए, वर्ड मीन्स कांस्टेंट और वेरिएबल, ऐसा एक कांस्टेंट या वेरिएबल होना चाहिए जिससे आप मल्टीप्लाई करने के बाद आपको यहाँ पे डिनोमिनेटर 0 मिले. ठीक है, व्हेन यू आर एडिंग और सबट्रैक्टिंग these all three terms, you need to get what? 0 in the denominator. ठीक है, I think it is clear. I'll say it once again. L, M, N are any variable or constant. You are choosing it in such a way that when you add or subtract all these three members, you will get you should get a denominator 0. ठीक है, we'll do one problem and it will be clear for you. Okay, so what I'll do now, after multiplying with L, M and N, see here I'm writing L, M and N. I'm not writing L, L, L. I'm not writing M, M, M. इसका मतलब यहाँ पर ये है कि this can be different, दिस कैन बी डिफरेंट, दिस कैन बी डिफरेंट. सपोज यहाँ पे मैं 1 से मल्टीप्लाई कर रही हूँ, तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि यहाँ पर भी 1 से ही करना. अगर नहीं, आपका कुछ इक्वेशन ऐसा है जिसमें आपको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करे तो आपको 0 मतलब इट विल गिव यू अ करेक्ट 1. सो आप 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. सपोज यहाँ पे x से करना है आपको या 3 से करना है, एनीथिंग लाइक दैट. ठीक है, दिस 3 आर डिफरेंट, दिस 3 आर नॉट सेम. ओके, डन. Now next is what? I'll either add this or I'm going to subtract it. Suppose if I'm adding, so this will be what? LDX plus MDY plus NDZ by LP plus MQ plus NR. So ये मेरा denominator should become what? 0. I'll write here LDX plus MDY plus NDZ. ठीक है, the denominator is what? LP plus MQ plus NR. ठीक है, तो add या subtract करने पर मुझे I should get this 0. When this gets 0, see, anything by 0 will be what? The answer will be infinity. So what we are going to do? We are going to send this 0 to the other side. ठीक है, तो मेरा this term will now be equal to 0. जब मैं 0 को उधर साइड भेजूंगी तो what happens? This term will be equal to 0. Then after that I can just do the integrations and find the C1 and C2 values. Okay, clear? Understood? Let's see one quickly. Let's see one example. So it will be clear for you how we are doing it. Okay, let me just erase this one. Let's consider this example. Y plus z into p minus x minus z into q is equals to x minus y. First we'll see whether it is in the form of Lagranges or not. If you see here, this is small p. What is the coefficient? Y plus z. Can I consider this to be capital P? Right? Next, here this is q, small q. Coefficient is x plus z. Can I consider this to be capital Q? Right. Now is equal to, I can consider this as r. So yes, it is in the form of capital P small p minus capital Q small q is equals to capital R. Done. Now comparing with Lagrange's form, done, where p, q and z is this. Here q if you see, this is plus capital Q small q. You have minus of x plus z into q. So this will, your capital Q will be now minus of x plus z. Okay, remember this. This is minus of x plus z, not plus, not just simply x plus z. Done. Now next, the auxiliary equation we know. Lagrange's auxiliary equation is what? Dx by p is equals to dy by q is equals to dz by r. We are substituting simply. Dz by what is p? X plus z. Sorry, y plus z. Done. Is equals to dy by what is q? Minus of x plus z. So minus of x plus z is equals to what is dz by what is r? X minus y. X minus y. Done. Now if you see here, if I equate any two equations, suppose if I am equating these two equations, but I've got what in I need to differentiate this with respect to x, but I don't have any x term here, right? Similarly, I have to differentiate it with respect to y, but I've got no y term here. Suppose if I'm taking these two terms, same thing is happening here, right? I don't have any z term here. I need to differentiate with integrate with respect to z, but I don't have any z term. That's why what we'll do, will not go for the method one, that is method of grouping. We don't go with that method. Instead we'll go with method of multipliers. Now we need to multiply the numerator and denominators with such a coefficient or a constant so that this denominator becomes 0. Okay, I think this is clear. Method 1 is not applicable here. Method of grouping is not applicable here, okay, because we are not able to separate the variables. Okay, so we'll go with the second method, that is method of multipliers. Okay, now we are going to multiply with such a with any constant or a variable so that my denominator becomes 0. If I add or subtract all these three terms, the denominator should be equal to 0. That is my aim. Okay, so now if you see here, if you see here, plus y minus y plus z minus into plus z minus z minus x plus x. Simply, right, all these can get cancelled if I just simply add this all three terms, isn't it? So I'm going to, as I need to multiply, so what I'll be doing, I'll be multiplying it with respect to 1. I mean with 1. Okay, I'm going to multiply all the three with 1. Multiplying this term with 1, this term with 1 and this term with 1. So what I'll get? 1 into dx by 1 into y plus z. 1 into dy by, I'm multiplying this minus inside. So minus x minus z. minus x minus z is equal to multiplying with 1 x minus y, dz by x minus y. Done. Now I'm going to add all these. Okay, I can either add or I can subtract, but if I'm adding, I'll get this denominator as 0. So this will be y plus z minus x minus z plus x minus y. Done. So this plus y and minus y get cancelled. Here plus z minus z gets cancelled. Minus x plus x gets cancelled. So this entire denominator now becomes what? 0. Right? So now I'll be sending the 0 to the other side, so it will be equal to 0, or else you can have an what we say each ratio. ठीक है, मतलब any ratio dx by p or dy by q or dz by r, कुछ भी आप यहाँ पे लिख सकते हैं. Suppose I'm writing dx by x plus, sorry, it is y plus z. ठीक है. Now if I multiply the 0 with this thing, it will be what? 0. So dx plus dy plus dz is equal to 0. Done? Clear? I think you understood. Next, now I need to do what? I need to solve it in order to get my constant C1 and C2. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to integrate this. I can either integrate it together or I can integrate it individually. I can integrate it together or I can integrate it individually. Integration of dx, integration of dy, integration of dz. ऐसा भी कर सकते. So here there is nothing. It is only dx. There is nothing. So I'll consider here 1. Similarly, there is nothing here. So I'll consider this as 1. Here I have got only dz. There is nothing. So I'll consider as 1. So 1 ka integration is with respect to x we are doing. So it will be x. 1 ka integration is y with respect to y. 1 ka integration is z if I'm integrating it with respect to z. Clear, I guess? Now, so this will be x plus y plus z. I need a constant, so I'll write just simply c1. Okay? Clear? Now, c1 I got the value of c1. I need c2, right? So again, what I need to do in this equation, this my Lagranges equation, what I need to do, I need to multiply it with some other thing now. 1 is done. I need to multiply it with some other constant or a variable in order to make it again a 0, denominator as 0. Okay? Now if you see here, if you see, I've got what? 2 terms, y and z. What is missing? X is missing. Here if you see, I've got x and z. What is missing? Y is missing. Here if you see, I've got x and y. What is missing? Z is missing. Here it is plus. Here it is minus. यहाँ पे भी plus है, यहाँ पर भी plus है, but you have got a minus here. So I'll be multiplying it with minus. You will see it in detail. So here, I'm going to multiply this entire term with x, multiplying this entire term with y, and multiplying this entire term with minus z. Okay? We'll also see if I multiply it with plus z, what happens. Okay? So here, this will be now what? I'm going to add all these. I'm going to multiply it and I'm going to add it. Okay? Suppose this is what? The numerator and denominator, both I need to multiply. So this will be what? X into dx by x into y plus z. I multiplied it. I wrote a direct step there. I'll write it here instead. I'll write it here itself only. X into dx by x into y plus z. Here y into dy by y into minus of x plus z. Here z into dz divided by minus z into x minus y. Clear? I'm going to multiply the first term with x, second term with y, and the third term with minus z. Done. Now I'm going to add all these three. So x dx plus y dy, sorry, this is minus z, no? Minus z dz. X dy plus y dy minus z dz. Done. The new denominators. Xy plus xz minus xy minus yz minus xz, minus into minus plus yz. Right? Simple multiplication. So the same thing I wrote here. Xy plus xz minus xy minus yz minus xz plus yz is equal to each ratio or anything you can write here. Suppose I'm taking dy by y minus z. Sorry, x plus z, no? This is minus of x plus z. ठीक है? Okay, done. I think this is clear. So now if you see here, plus xy minus xy gets cancelled, plus xz minus xz gets cancelled, minus yz plus yz gets cancelled. Understood why I'm writing, why I'm multiplying with minus z? If I would have multiplied with plus z, I wouldn't, I couldn't cancel these terms. ये क्या हो जाता था, प्लस एक्स जेड हो जाता था, यहाँ पर भी प्लस एक्स जेड है मेरे पास, यहाँ पर भी प्लस होता था, ठीक है. आई couldn't subtract this, cancel this out, so that's the reason I'm subtracting it with minus z. Clear now? So this term became what now? 0. I'm sending the 0 to the other side, so this thing into 0 is what? 0, right? So what I'm left with, x dx plus y dy minus z dz is equal to 0. Done. Now I'm going to integrate this. So integration of x dx plus integration of y dy minus integration of z dz, okay, is equals to 0. So x का integration is what? X square by 2. Y का integration is what? Y square by 2. And z integration is z square by 2, because we are integrating with respect to dx, dy and dz. Now I need another constant after integration. I'll get a constant, that is c2. c1 is done, I'll take c2. Now what is my general solution for this? The general solution, I know it is f of c1 comma c2 is equal to 0. So that's what I'm writing here. General solution f of, what is c1 I got? X plus y plus z, x plus y plus z, comma what is c2? This entire term, x square by 2 plus y square by 2 minus z square by 2. That's what that's what I wrote, is equal to 0. Done? Clear? I think you got this. The only difference here is we need to multiply the numerator and denominator with such a constant or a number that after I add or subtract, the denominator should be equal to 0. Okay? After that, same, just simple integration, that's it, you will get your constant c1 and c2. Understood? I think you understood this. Okay, let's see one more example, so it will be a lot more clear. Okay, let me just erase this. Okay, let's consider another one. Suppose this is my question, mz minus ny into p plus nx minus lz into q is equals to ly minus mx. Okay, done. Now if you see here, I can see here I've got a p q terms, and see here p ka coefficient is mz minus ny. If I compare this whole entire equation with Lagrange's form, capital P small p plus capital Q small q is equals to r. So if you see here, small p ka coefficient here is this entire thing. I can consider this to be my capital P, right? And small q ka coefficient is what? This thing. I can consider this to be capital Q and is equal to this entire thing to be r. I can consider it this way, isn't it? Now, yes, it is in the form of capital P small p plus capital Q small q is equal to r. So what is P now? Mz minus ny. And what is capital Q? Nx minus Lz. And what is capital R? Ly minus mx. Done. Now, what is the auxiliary equation? Dx by p is equals to dy by q is equals to dz by r. We know this. So, just simply substituting p, q and r values. P, q, r. Done. Now if you see here, same thing. If I apply method of grouping here, will that be possible? No, because see, I need to integrate with respect to x, but I don't have any x term here. Also, I need to integrate with y, but I don't have a y term. I need to integrate with respect to z, but I don't have a z term there, right? So it's not possible to go with method of grouping. So what we'll do, we'll go with method of multipliers. So yes, as I just told, here I don't have any x term. So simply I'll multiply this term, this numerator and denominator with x. This, do I have any y term? No, I'll multiply this with y, the numerator and denominator. Here if you see, do I have any z term? No, so I'll multiply this with z. Simple, easy. Now, so choosing what? Okay, this is the case. Choosing what? Okay, so this is the second case. So multiplying what? With respect to x. So x dx by x into mz minus ny. Same thing. X dx into x into mz minus ny is equals to y into dy by y into this entire q as it is equals to z into dz by what is r? Z into what is r? Ly minus mx. Ly minus mx. Done? Clear? Now, see, I'm multiplying this inside is equal to, here it will be an each ratio or any ratio. Okay, you can take anything here. Suppose I'm taking here dx or dy, you can take anything. I'm taking dx by जो भी मेरा dx है mx minus ny. ठीक है, don't forget to write it. Done. Is this thing is equal to this. Here x dx, matlab I'm going to add all these three terms. ठीक है, multiplication is done. Now I'm going to add all these three terms, right? So what I'll be doing, I'm going to add all these three terms. ठीक है, so this will be x dx plus y dy plus z dz. So that's what I'm writing in the numerator, x dx plus y dy plus z dz. Done. Now here x mxz mxz, multiplying x inside. Now n x y, I'm just writing it in an order. You can write in like simply like this, y and z you can write it, but I'm writing it in an order. So this will be n x y minus, as it is, l y z, because I'm adding, so plus l y z minus mxz. Done. All the terms are done. Now here plus mxz and minus mxz gets what? Cancelled out. Here minus, this is n, don't get confused, yeah, nxy and minus nxy and plus nxy gets cancelled. Similarly minus lyz and plus lyz gets cancelled. So क्या हो गया? Denominator आपका 0. The denominator now is 0. So this 0 will be cross multiplied with the term on the LHS or RHS, wherever you are writing this. If you are writing here LHS, if you are writing there RHS. Okay, so multiplying it with this term, so this term entirely becomes what? 0. What I'm left with now only xzx plus yzy plus z dz. x dx plus y dy plus z dz, okay, is equal to 0. Done. Now simply the next step is to integrate. So I'm going to integrate it. X dx, integration of x dx plus integration of y dy plus integration of z dz. I know if I integrate x, what will be x square by 2, because I'm doing it with respect to x. Similarly with respect to y, if I'm integrating y, this will be y square by 2 and z will be z square by 2. Done. Let this be my, because I'm doing this first, so I'll say this is C1. Okay, done. Clear? I got my C1. Now again I need to do what? I need to multiply this thing with some equation or with some constant or a variable in order to make the denominator 0 after adding or subtracting. Okay, so here if you see, I'll just erase this. Okay, x, y, z done. Let's take LMN. Do I see here? I've got m, I got n, but I don't have l here. So I'll multiply this with l and c, whether the denominator will become 0. Okay. Here similarly, I've got n, I've got l, but what is missing? M is missing, right? So I'll multiply this term with m. Here if you see, I've got l, I got m, but I don't have what? N, right? So I'll be multiplying this entire term with n. Okay. So that's what I wrote here. L, m, n as multipliers. Choose L, m, n as multipliers. So L into dx. L into dx by L into mz minus ny. Same thing is equal to, the second term will be multiplied with what? M. So that's what I'm writing, m dy by m into nx minus lz, okay, is equals to, the third term is being multiplied with what? N, right? So that's what I'm writing, n into dz by n into ly minus mx. Clear? Now I'll add all these three terms. Okay. So if I add this, what happens? L dx plus m dy plus n dz whole divided with L mz minus lny, lmz minus nzy. Done. Next mnx minus lmz minus lmz. Done. Next lny minus mnx minus mnx. Done. I'm just writing it in an order. Okay. So here if you see, plus lmz and minus lmz gets cancelled out. Similarly minus lny and plus lny gets cancelled, and plus mnx and minus mnx gets cancelled. तो आपका denominator क्या हो गया? 0. And yes, you will have in each ratio, मतलब कोई भी ratio, suppose in this case it is dy by, the denominator क्या है? nx minus lz. There was no place, so that's why I didn't wrote it. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply this 0, denominator का 0 with this thing. ठीक है, इससे I'm going to multiply. तो अब ये क्या हो गया? This term becomes what now? 0. So this remaining part will be equal to 0. That's what I'm writing. L dx plus m dy plus n dz is equal to 0. Clear? Now What is the next step? To integrate this. Integrating L dx, integrating dy, and integrating n dz. So here if you see, L is a constant, so I'll write it outside. L into integration of dz, dx, plus m is a constant, I'll be writing it outside. It will be integration of dy, plus n is a constant, obviously I'll be writing it outside, so it will be integration of dz is equals to 0. Now there is nothing here, that means it is 1. So 1 ka integration is with respect to x I am doing, so it will be x, L as it is. ठीक है, L as it is है, यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है, तो इसका integration will be x because with respect to x कर रहे हैं हम. Similarly m as it is, integration of 1 with respect to y is what? Y, plus here n as it is, integration of dz is z. ठीक है, I need a constant, so I took here c1, so I'll write here c2. Done? Clear? So I got my c1 and c2. What is the final step? To write the general solution. What is the general solution? It is f of c1 comma c2 is equal to 0. I got my c1, I got my c2. Simply I'll substitute it. F of, what is c1? X square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus z square by 2, comma, what is c2? Lx plus my plus nz, right? Lx plus my plus nz is equal to 0. ठीक है? So this is what your general solution. Got? So this was your PDE given. This is the solution to that PDE. Understood? Got? Clear? I think this Lagrange's forms are clear. मतलब method of grouping and method of multipliers are both clear, I guess. Okay. So it is easy to write. See, right? It is easy to choose what we are going to multiply with. Just a little, थोड़ा सा आपको सोचना है, and then you can perform this. Okay. So that's it for this video. I hope you all understood. In the next video, we'll see the non-linear methods. Okay. Thank you.